Greetings, YouTube, and welcome to my second ever episode in a new series where I talk about a champion that kind of feels like they're sponsored by a low-grade vacuum cleaner company because they suck. And yet, I still have a soft spot in my heart for that champion, and there are a lot of reasons why I'm going to talk about today's champion. Because I am somebody who, when I started my YouTube channel over 2 years ago for MCOC, the face of my profile, literally the best champion, the highest PI I had overall, was this champion, and people don't believe me, and then they'll go back and they'll be like, oh God, what was wrong with you? And I was like, I don't know, it was the only champion I could get. So I just, took him up and brought him into Alliance Quest, and somehow did pretty good in Map 5 of Alliance Quest. You see, I used to use Awakened 4-star Miss Marvel. She was a beast and still is to a certain degree because she's awakened, of course, and the more power she has, the stronger she gets. And then I'd use like 4-star X23. But the big champ, my big 4-star beast, was none other than the champion that might make some people cringe. It was 4-star Hulkbuster. This guy, he was like my first SIG 99 champion, and I had fun fighting with this champion. There's two reasons why I love fighting with Hulkbuster, even now, and of course most of the time now I just fight with him in the arena. I think he can take a hit. I think he's a little bit of a tank. Well, I'll say three reasons. He can take a hit. The armor breaks really help, particularly with the special 2. But YouTube, that's special 3. Don't sleep on it. What I would do, especially with suicide masteries on, and I never had full suicides until this year, so I kind of have the half suicide build, was I would wait and build up the power, and then it kind of reminds me of like Mortal Kombat, where they'd be, finish him, and I just use a special 3, and I'd finish the champion. I'd get down kind of right above assassin range to like 20%, and then I'd use that special 3, and it would defeat the enemy virtually every time. And so I kind of viewed Hulkbuster as my closer. This was before, there were certainly as many YouTube videos as there are now. And so even though I knew Hulkbuster wasn't the best champion, I didn't know how badly the community hated him until I started seeing people pull him on YouTube that were, of course, different content creators that would just curse their very existence and even generations of their existence if they pulled him. So it's in the spirit of that Kabam knew that I loved Hulkbuster so much that they eventually have given me not one, but 2 6-star Hulkbusters. And, with this Suicide Mastery setup, he's almost at 10,000 PI. Like, that ain't bad. 25,000 health. That's pretty amazing. If you look at his health compared to some of my other rank 1 6-stars, you'll see that he's got 5,000 more health than Red Skull. And Heimdall, of course, still looking good. But yeah, the health pool is on the bigger side, and that does help the tank mentality. And so I just kind of wanted to talk about my favorite aspects of Hulkbuster. And then for this, because I've got a bunch of dual credits I need to use up because I just never use them now, I'm going to actually, let's go to my friends. Let's see who's got, okay, Captain Obvious, or Captain, let's go Captain Picard. You know what I kind of want to do? I kind of want to scroll down and duel, let's see, who's Katie Candy's best champ? Is it Emma? No, it's Corvus. Let's do the class disadvantage and duel ourselves a Corvus. This should hopefully get us to the special 3 as well. So, we are taking in the Hulkbuster. Also, I just want to say, one of the hardest things about the game for me, it's going to sound pathetic, but it's sometimes just getting that champion in the duel space. I don't know why. It's just hard to do. All right, so I'm going to build up. And, he's not ever going to be like the most amazing champ in terms of damage, but I just have a soft spot for him. I really do. And in this case, I'm just fighting so well, we're going to finish off with that special 2. Take that, Corvus. Couple of double armor breaks to the face. What a beast. 29 hits. God tier confirmed. Hulkbuster in the house. Now I think I'm just going to quit out of whatever quest I was attempting. Master mode. Pfft, who needs it when we can go back to the champion that desperately needs a new healthcare plan? And you know I'm talking about Realm of Legends Winter Soldier. This guy, I mean, is he even covered anymore? I'm pretty sure all his insurers have dropped him because he's too much of a liability. Too many people are going after him. He's got too many hits out on him, you know? It's kind of sad, but also not surprising. All right, I'm just going to throw a Hulkbuster in here. And like my video where I talked about Juggernaut, I'm not going to be using 10 minutes of time to get Winter Soldier down, but we'll take a look at how much that Special 3 does in terms of damage. And I also got to say, this guy is such a big dude that I don't know, I always thought it was kind of cool to fight with such a large dude. I was a huge fan of the Super Nintendo growing up, and there were some games where you could play as Bowser. And playing with big champs like Bowser, maybe you think about like Super Smash Bros. Also like maybe Donkey Kong. I just thought it was super cool. I don't know why I have a love for fat champions. Maybe it comes from the fact that I grew up loving Pokemon, and one of my favorite Pokemon was Snorlax. And anything about Snorlax, you know he is not a small dude. I once wrote with my brothers a fan fiction, which was the NFL versus Pokemon, in which Snorlax was our entire offensive line. All right, so he's at 93%. We got that perfect plus 20. He's going to go from 93 down to 90. And the total damage also adds an armor break. So, you know, again, that may not seem that impressive right now against somebody who has the health pool of Winter Soldier, but it's kind of cool, you know? I'm a big fan. And I just think he's able to take a hit. Check out that my mastery setup actually still gives me 3 health back per tick with that poison damage, so I'm not taking any additional damage, even though my hits are harder. I would love to have a reason to take this guy to rank 2. But that's why we got to buff him. All right, one more Special 3. Yeah, this is going to be the thumbnail. Driving him to the ground. Down to 79%. So, you know, you get the idea, YouTube. Hulkbuster. Special 3. Can take a hit. Large health pool. I think he is in the stages where he has the potential to be a very solid champ. And I know some people are worried that they're just going to make him a defender because he is a big deal. But I think it's kind of like Colossus. Like Colossus, they're making into a much better defender. But like if you don't change his animations, this Special 1 especially is so easy to dex that I just wouldn't worry too much unless they revamped him to the point of a completely new layout. So yeah, we're going to finish off with that. And I just want to say I'm really enjoying the series. If you get Hulkbuster, hopefully he'll get buffed. But regardless, I've enjoyed this champion. Save the Special 3 until you absolutely need it. And I took, you know, a couple 100,000 damage off of Winter Soldier. So not too bad for some scrub. But yeah, this is why I love Hulkbuster. Large health pool, some cool armor breaks, can be a tank with taking hits. And most importantly, that Special 3 is very underrated. Have a good day, YouTube. Thanks for watching and supporting this new random series on my channel.